Joining us now with reaction, Republican Pennsylvania Congressman Guy Reschenthaler. Congressman, it's obvious that the Biden campaign sees how well President Trump did with the Make America Great, bringing back manufacturing, taking China to task. All of those things obviously resonating, particularly with blue-collar workers, and he's jumping on the bandwagon here.
Well, Charles, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. And please just call me Guy. You know, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and you see that from Joe Biden. But if you just look at his tax plan, if you just peel it back, you can see right away this is really bad. It would be really bad, not only short term, but long term. Joe Biden wants to increase taxes on something like 80% of the American public. And he wants to raise the corporate income tax. His administration would also likely increase regulation, which from an economic point of view is just another form of taxation. So what we need for this economy is we need more of the President Trump style plans of reducing taxes, reducing regulation, and holding China accountable.
Yeah, it would seem to me also, just in the last 10 years, this massive wave of these states that say, listen, you don't have to join a union, would underscore the fact that, you know, historically Joe Biden and the Democratic Party have tried to force workers into these unions and saying that's the only way you can get a pay raise, when in fact manufacturing workers in places like Alabama are gainfully employed, making a lot of money. Heck, you want to own real estate right now in Huntsville, Alabama, more than any other place in this country. And I see those two things being at odds with him, being so indebted, if you will, to unions.
Well, Biden is losing union support, at least some trade union support. You saw it at the rally last week in Pittsburgh when the Boilermakers came out and actually endorsed President Trump. And the reason they're doing it, Charles, is because they're voting for their livelihood, they're voting for their paychecks, and they know that if Joe Biden and Kamala Harris come in and ban fracking, that kills their jobs. So if we want to see if, so the trade unions are actually supportive of President Trump because they know that President Trump is going to be very good for the economy, especially as he leans forward on natural gas and Joe Biden wants to ban fracking. Right.
I mean, the union heads obviously in bed with the Democrats, but the rank and file workers have certainly defected. I do want to ask you, and I've only got a minute left, but I got to ask about this poll in your state. It finds that President Trump and Joe Biden are now in a tie. And what's really made the difference is this one issue where voters are saying restoring law and order. I think it's number 3, but the distance between the first and third is just really minimal. All of a sudden, this is a big issue. By the way, something President Trump highlighted at a rally last night. I want to share it with you in the audience. Take a listen.
We want law. We want order. Biden is fueling the violence with his relentless attacks on police and his constant slander that America is racist.
Quick response, how much do you think this is going to impact the general election throughout the country?
It's going to greatly impact the general election, Charles. People do not like this chaos, this lawlessness, and they know that President Trump stands with the police and for order and safety. Those violent protesters, those Antifa members, those are Joe Biden's supporters, and Joe Biden has yet to call out Antifa by name, and he's yet to call for a stop of this violent rioting and looting.
No, it's we've seen some unnerving images, particularly people eating at restaurants and stuff like that. When you do that, you've lost a whole lot of people, particularly in the suburbs. Congressman, thank you very much. Appreciate it.